In this video, we'll be looking at using the calculator and substituting in values. Now, for example 1, if it's stated that theta is 30 degrees, alpha is 57, and beta is 128 degrees, find sine alpha. So we're simply going to say, instead of alpha, we're going to have alpha's value, which is 57. So then we just write 57 degrees. And then to type that into the calculator, so our ratios are sine, cos, and tan over here. So we start off by pressing the sine button and then typing in our degrees 57, and then we close that bracket. And then we say equal, and then if we round it off to 3 decimal places, we've got 0,839, because this 6 makes this 8 and 9. So sine 57 to 3 decimal places is 0,839. So 0,839. And then for example 2, I've got tan beta over cos theta. So writing that, we've got tan, and then instead of beta, we've got 128 degrees over cos theta, which is cos 30. And then typing that in, we simply start with just creating our fraction, and then we have tan of 128 over cos of 30. And this gives us negative 1,478. So negative 1,478. Then for example 3, so this is now tan theta cos theta over sine beta minus cos alpha. So to substitute in our values, we start off with tan theta. Theta is 30 degrees, so 30 degrees, and cos theta, cos 30 degrees over, then sine beta is 128, minus cos of alpha, so that's 57 degrees. So typing that in, we simply say we create our fraction, then we have tan of 30 times by cos of 30 over sine of 128 minus cos of 57. So this gives us 2,054. So 2,054. And then for example 4, now in this case we've got 3 tan of tan squared alpha. Now if I have a squared over here, it's the same as writing it as this. So this is tan alpha all squared. So that's like squaring this value. So what we're going to do is we're going to now substitute just alpha into this form. We've got 3, then tan and alpha we know as 57 degrees, and then square that. So that's how we're going to put it onto the calculator. We're going to say 3, and then in bracket we create brackets. Then we say tan of 57. We close the inside brackets, and then we close the outside brackets, and we square it. So this is then equal to 7,114. So equal to 7,114. Example 5, we've got this sine squared theta minus 1 over cos alpha times by tan theta. So to replace the values, we have sine squared, but this is the same as squaring the outside of the whole of sine theta. So this is sine theta is 30, and then squaring that whole expression minus 1 over cos alpha. So cos of alpha is 57 times by tan of alpha, which is also 57 degrees. Okay, so let's put that into the calculator. We have our fraction, then sine, I'm just going to make a bracket over there, so sine 30, close the first brackets and then the second brackets, and then square that whole thing, minus 1 over cos of 57 times by tan of 57. And that gives us negative 0,89. So that's equal to negative 0,89. Then for example 6, now we have this one, and first of all, I'll just rewrite this as cos theta is once again 30 degrees, and then we square all of that plus sine of 30 because it's also theta, and then we square all of that, and that's over 5 times by tan of theta, which is 30. So let's put that into the calculator. This gives us cos 30 squared. Oh, we first have to close that second bracket there, and then plus sine 30, close the first bracket, close the second bracket, and square it. Going down to the denominator, we have 5 times by tan of 30, and this is the square root of 3 over 5. And if we should put it to 2 decimal places, we just press SD, and we have 0.35 if we round it off to 2 decimal places.